Okay, so I got public bool, build tank, build Jeep, let's say, and set was equal to false initially, and save that. And here's my game object here. You see, I got a build tank and build Jeep here. Now, I might have to make these public static. I don't know. I'll play with it in just a second here. And for our button, um, let's see, on click, runtime. Thought I could create it brand new here. Let's see, I'll right click here and choose create. C# script. Button click. Okay. Choose button click. Let me double click button click. Now I just want to make sure it's working. What was that one I used earlier to tell if it had been clicked or not? Do you remember?
Mouse down.
On mouse down? Okay. Wasn't even close. There we go. And now, okay, now that I'm doing this, I think I want to make those public static. Because then, over here, I could say main loop dot build Jeep equals true. Save that and go to main loop. And I could say if build Jeep equals true, debug.log build the Jeep. And that's not running yet. Public void public void build it. Let's try this. Okay. Unity 3D canvas, how to program a button in the UI.
Do you want to learn to draw professional and impressive artwork from scratch that will blow people's minds?
Hello guys, here is a new Unity video. The button. I start with an empty Unity project. This is Unity 2008. The canvas is a kind of transparent plane over your screen. Therefore you can also will go more into detail in one of the next videos. Okay, now we have that button, and the text can be changed here in the inspector. For example, let's use, there is a normal color, this is the default color, then there is a highlight, I start the game, and then for example press the button. But what I want to do in this tutorial is to change the text of the button dynamically, C# script of course, and I call this button handler. Okay, then double click this script and it will be opened in Visual Studio. If you need the start and up that we're going to set for the button.
Set text. Okay. So I got this button click I put in here. I don't need these two. Public void. Okay, so if I come over here, okay, let me watch some more of the video.
So we want to set the text for the UI text component, so we have to include or to use the namespace unityengine.ui, and then we have to find the child component called text of the button, because the button, as I mentioned, contains an object called text that has a text component of type text. So what we have to do is to get this component of type text. Then we could, for example, assign it to a local variable, and then finally assign the text parameter to the text property of this component. Okay, that's it. Now you can select the button and then add an onClick event. And here you assign the button that has the button handler attached. And for the button handler you find the method setText.
Not even close. Okay, so down here, I don't want the script, I want the button. So we drag the button onto that. Now it's coming back. I remember you dropped the button, you got it on the button, but then you got to drop the button right here. And I'm probably looking right at it. Choosing button. Oh, okay. Button handler.
Then you can use this text box here to define the parameter of the setText function and set this here to new text.
Okay, so button click, I want down here. Now I got button click and build it. Okay, so on click, it'll make that connection. It should do this, which should set that to true. Okay, so let's run that. Build a Jeep 3 times. Oh no, infinite times. Because I've set to flag. Okay. So what this is going to do is you got a button here. You have to have that button click script attached to it. But then on the runtime, you drop the button onto the button. Then you choose your button click down here. And you choose to build it that we just looked at. So when you click this button, it'll come out here. It'll run this. And this basically sets the Boolean flag over in the main loop. That was our empty. And that's this right up here. So then what you do is down here in your update, you're checking to see if this is true or not. If it's true, then you can run whatever code to build the Jeep and then set your flag back.
So it would build it and then it would set it back to false.
Right. And that way it won't keep building an infinite number of whatever you're looking at.
Unless, of course, you set it to loop, which is an option,
Right.
which will take forever to program in now that I think about it. Well, it won't. I'll just do that.
Yeah, so you just did one build Jeep then. One build Jeep there. The other way you could have done it, and now I've done it this way. I just thought, well, why did I do it that way? Is over here in this button click, this build it here. You could just run the code over in your main loop to build a Jeep directly. You don't have to set Boolean flags. For example, if I had a public static void building Jeep, like that. I should be able to call that directly from here. So instead of doing that little trick, main loop dot building Jeep, and that would do the same thing. Probably a little bit more direct what you're doing there. What other questions did you have?
One sec.
Okay.
I'm going through the list I've got and checking off the ones we've talked about. How would I do the resources? Would that just be simple plus minuses upon button click?
What do you mean by resources?
It's an RTS. You have to gather resources in order to build your units most of the time.
Oh, yeah, then you could I would put that as your interface with, like you say, a plus and minus, so forth.
All right.
And then you could keep track of it. You know, in reality, you'd probably want to have a separate class for like tank, and then you could keep track of it, and depending upon how you want to access it, using this public static feature, really opens it up such you can update it directly. Now,
Okay.
it all depends if you want it to be your resources to be something you set before you even have an instance of a tank, or if the tanks can all get destroyed, then probably a tank.cs wouldn't be the best thing. Maybe you'd want to put it directly in here, like public static int tank color. That'd probably be a string. Like that. And that's by putting it in your empty, then that'll be there no matter if all of your instances of tanks get created and you get ready to create new ones, then that'll retain that setting.
Okay. Well, I was going to have like minerals, power, and unit cap. Unit cap being the maximum number of units you can have at any given time. Power being what your structures run off of. And then money is used to build everything.
Okay.
Or whatever I said. aside from money.
Yeah, you can keep track of all that way.
All right. Then those were all my questions for right now.
Okay. Well, if you find you have more questions on Wednesday after the interview, then I'll record it, and I may not know the answer right away, but usually I can dig around and find the answer.
All right. Well, I'll see you later for